I'm Tom Maynard. I'm the Executive Director of Texas FFA. We work on behalf of more than 117,000 active FFA members across the state of Texas, and today we held what we believe to be the 80th State Leadership Development Event Finals held on the campus of Sam Houston State University.
So here at Sam Houston, it's a tradition in LDEs. What is your favorite part about doing this contest here at Sam Houston State University?
Well, I think I guess my favorite part of the whole thing is just watching these kids come in here and just the thrill of victory is a lot of fun. I will tell you that the most important thing, and what we try to tell the students, is that long after the thrill of victory or the pain of disappointment are past, are those skills that they've learned, and where young people learn how to communicate and advocate, how to defend a position, how to run a meeting, and how to do all those kinds of things and become leaders in communities, how to advocate for agriculture. Those are the most important things, and long after the emotions of this event have worn off, they will come to really appreciate what they've accomplished here.
As a former educator yourself and been involved with FFA for a long time, what is your favorite leadership development event and why?
Oh, I think probably, and I probably have two that are pretty obvious. I think the chapter conducting our parliamentary procedure is probably one of the most important things that we do. During the time that I have spent, working in organizations, on the political side of things, working on a school board, working on the State Board of Education, that's just a tool in a young person's toolbox that they really need to have, that really sets them apart. I think the other one for me, of course, is ag issues, and I fought that one really hard and was really fortunate as a teacher to win a national championship in that. First team from Texas to win that was my team, and so I have a special place in my heart for that one. Yeah.
So one of the last questions, we'll have a couple more. What advice would you give to a student that didn't make it to state or didn't get to finals today, someone that's really trying to achieve more within their competition?
Well, I think that, when you think about the fact that there were nearly 6,200 entries statewide in 57 districts, clearly it is difficult to advance. There's 57 districts, 10 areas, and frankly, sometimes it takes a little luck to be here. You've got to keep working. That's just part of life. Is that young people have to learn to compete. I think the most important thing is that over the years is that I didn't get here very often. It's pretty hard to get here, but I will tell you that the young people that we trained it's really more about the journey than it is about the banners. The most important thing are the skills that they've walked away with, and that they can fulfill the intent, the mission of that, whether they just competed at a district level and that's as far as they went, or they made it all the way here. Those young people still have important skills.
One last question. What do you see for the future of Texas FFA LDE events?
Well, I think that since 2000, we've more than doubled membership in Texas, and we continue to grow. We have charters for 22 new chapters this year. We continue to grow, and we have school districts that are adding ag programs that have never had ag programs ever in their history. We have school districts that are building new campuses and things like that. So as we expand, I think that we will probably continue to have to think about new ways that leadership development will be assessed and measured, and I think that's one thing. And we've just gone through a big area realignment recently too, and so that may change a little bit how we format this, and so that's something that we're going to have to think about as well. But I think the future is bright. These are the first contest that was ever held at Sam Houston State was in 1931. There were 25 schools, 300 students in April of 1931 when that happened, and there were less than 4,000 FFA members. I will tell you that the skills, the knowledge and skills that were measured that very first time right here on this campus are as important today as they were back then. And therefore, because there's the need for that skill set, I think the future will be very bright.
Jake Traylor serving this year as Texas FFA State President, and all 10 state officers get to come to state LDEs here at Sam Houston State University and present awards and meet and greet with members.
So you said you're the state president. What does that look like a year at a glance?
Yeah, so I was elected to Texas FFA state president in July, and so I take off my first year of college actually defer Texas A&M University to travel the state of Texas. We go to 3 schools a day, delivering 3 to 5 presentations on a daily basis, and by the end of the year we'll have traveled to almost 400 schools. And so it's a really unique opportunity and experience for me to travel, to meet with the over 116,000 Texas FFA members, and hopefully make an impact and the difference in the lives of others.
So how many schools have you already visited?
We visited about 125, 130 right now, and so we've got a lot more to go. Gearing towards Christmas break, and then we'll hit the road for the spring. But made a pretty big dent in the year so far, but still lots of fun travels to go.
So what LDEs did you compete in when you were in high school?
LDEs, so leadership development events for me. I competed in senior and Green Hand chapter conducting, and then I did job interview and public relations. And so pretty diverse LDEs, but really enjoyed all different aspects that were available through leadership development in Texas FFA.
What's your favorite part about being here this week?
Oh man, favorite part. Well, I love getting to see so many members that I've met across the state of Texas so far. We kind of come into schools and visit with them and hang out and become good friends, and then we have to leave and venture on to our next school. So it's really great catching up with everyone, seeing so many passionate, dedicated members that have worked so hard to get here, and I love getting to come back and see all of them, see so many friends again.
Do you like doing the awards and the results?
Yeah, I love it. I get too intense, too excited sometimes. I'm not even competing anymore, but I really want to know who wins, and I'm rooting for everyone. And so they've all worked so hard to get here. Just being here is such a unique and incredible honor to be one of the very best in the state of Texas FFA. But I love announcing awards and hugging and giving banners out to people. It's one of the greatest parts of this responsibility.
So what was the impact of the Smith-Hughes Act?
Smith-Hughes Act, National Vocational Agriculture Act, 1917. Is this a real question? Because I can answer the heck out of it if you want. Oh, well, basically allowed for agriculture education in all schools. And 1903, actually, Mr. B. Youngblood from Henderson started teaching agriculture education courses that provided for the Smith-Hughes Act in 1917. National FFA established in 1928. And here we are so many years later, the largest youth-led organization in the world, baby. Boom.
I'm Dwayne Pavlock, and I am the coordinator and superintendent of the Texas FFA State Leadership Development Events Contest.
If you could give a quick elevator speech to someone that knew nothing about LDEs, what would you tell them?
Their events, leadership is in the name, so it's of course a lot about developing those skills that are required for a person that's going to be a leader. Parliamentary procedure, public speaking skills, critical thinking skills, those types of things.
All right, so give us some details about what you've had to do in order to prepare for today.
Well, it's an event that has about 1,500 students participating, somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 160 schools. And then with parents, teachers, chaperones, all those, we have close to 1,800 kids probably on campus for the last 2 days. So we've had to make room arrangements to accommodate the 13 different contests. Yesterday we had 2 different heats, and then today are the finals. So we've had to, again, make arrangements for judges, make arrangements for rooms, make arrangements for judges' packets, and all of those kinds of things.
All right, tell us a little bit about Sam Houston State University's history with Texas FFA and the state LDE contest.
The Collegiate FFA actually started these contests back in 1931, and of course they've evolved over the years, and we've had them here since 1931 for all but about 5 or 6 years. So we've had them about 80 years here at our institution. And again, Collegiate FFA in our Department of Agricultural Sciences and Engineering Technology has been the host for those. So ever since then, they started with just some speaking contests. Even one-act play was involved back then. There's even a point that there was a band contest. But anyway, now they're again parliamentary procedure, some FFA quiz activities, agricultural issues, and those types of events.
So if you could choose an event, if you were a student now, what event would you want to compete in here at state contest?
Well, I'm most involved with the chapter conducting one, which is parliamentary procedure, and I like that one because students learn those skills that are going to apply to later things in life. If they become a school board member, if they become a city council person, they will learn the parliamentary procedure skills that are necessary to effectively and efficiently conduct a meeting. And that event not only requires that they know parliamentary procedure, but it requires them to think critically on their feet, to be able to speak well, to be able to speak with distinction and elegance, I guess you would say, and again, be able to make decisions in a quick manner.
If you could give any just statement to students competing these last couple of days and finishing up, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to appreciate all of the opportunities that they have to learn these skills, whether they get to this level or not. they're going to learn skills that are going to make them successful in a lot of different areas, not just in FFA, not just in school, not just in agriculture, but anything in general. Being able to communicate effectively and efficiently in writing and orally is a critical skill, and it's going to, again, enable them to be successful in both their personal and professional life.
My name is Savannah Kale, and I am the assistant running the judges' headquarter room and just helping with all the results and all of the calculations and all the scorings.
So are you also in charge of coordinating the Sam Houston students?
I am. I was also in charge of getting them where they need to be, make sure they knew what they needed to do and all of the actions they needed to take, and then just make sure they were on top of their game while they assisted our judges.
And about how many students were there?
There were about 40 students yesterday and about 20 to 30 today, just depending on the different organizations we had. We also had a lot of students that were stuck with the bad weather, so we kind of were down in the numbers today, but it was about 20 to 30.
That help? Do you think that's going to help them in their future careers, like if they're agricultural education?
I do. I really do. When I was in Dr. Pavlov's class and we had to come help with this, I really did gain a lot of teaching experience with this because you got to see all the contests from the teacher's side and the judge's side, not just the student side and participating in it. So I think that they can see different ways that they could actually train their teams and see that these people qualified for the state and that's what they had to do to get here. And so you got to see their product, what they need to do to get their students that way.
My name is Jet Mason. I'm an agriculture science teacher at Canyon High School in Canyon, Texas.
So what events do you have students participating in here?
So this year we had an agricultural advocacy team, and they competed in the semifinal round yesterday, and they competed in the final round this morning.
Are you all waiting on the results for that, or are they already announced?
We've already gotten the results for that, and our team they were state champions. They were first place. So.
Did you do any LDEs in high school?
I did. I started out freshman through junior year. I kind of did radio and quiz and kind of stuck to some of those. And then my senior year, decided to tackle chapter conducting. So kind of dove off the deep end my senior year and tried to have some success in maybe a more complex contest.
How long have you been an ag teacher?
This is my 6th year teaching ag. Yeah.
What would you say your favorite event to prepare students for is?
A couple of my favorite events to really work with and prepare are the agricultural advocacy contest and the public relations contest. I just think both of those are good contests that prepare students to be able to defend their positions and defend, their background, both with, advocating for agriculture, but also, advocating for public relations for the FFA organization itself. And so those two I really enjoy just because it teaches those students to really think about why they do what they do and how they present that to somebody else.
What would you say is your favorite part about being an ag teacher?
Definitely the students. I mean, it's the connection with them and being able to see them grow from when they come in as a freshman in a green hand to when they graduate and even when they're in college and start their careers. Seeing the maturity levels increase and seeing, their personality develop, especially when they, impress me or surprise me with something that they choose to do or, a decision that they make. It's a lot of fun.
What would you say makes you most proud to work with the students?
Definitely just kind of along those same lines, seeing them grow, seeing them interact with other people, seeing them go out to the public and engage with adults and interact with adults the way they do and represent, our town and our chapter really well. But then also being able to see them let loose and have fun and enjoy themselves and not, make it just about competition.
And first place in your national qualifier is Madisonville.
My name is Matthew Longoria.
I'm Avery Sims,
Bethany Bullard, Morgan Manning,
Mia Caperton,
Petra Lee,
Madisonville.
FFA.
So I see that you just won for first place.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Great.
Oh my God!
Let's go back
Pretty
to
good,
nationals.
pretty good, pretty good.
Have you all placed in this event before?
We got second
We
last
got
year.
second, we got runner-up.
I wouldn't know.
Most of us have been here, but now she's the baby.
Are you excited to go to national?
Yes.
Oh yes, definitely. First time.
Second time.
Basketball events?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
a
we
lot
actually
of
had a
events.
quiz team and a job interview team here today.
How did they do?
Job interview got 10th and quiz got 6th.